can definitely be tricky to figure out how you can stand out, and that's why I wanted to make this video, and I hope that you guys really enjoy it, and I hope that it gives you kind of hope and it gives you the motivation and drive to see that you can do this. Before we get into the video, my name is Cayce. Hello, I probably should have said this earlier, but hi, and I hope that you're doing well. If you like Etsy and Etsy related videos, please consider subscribing. I do put them out every week and I would love to have you here. Today I actually have a couple of tips and tricks for you on ways that you can actually stand out and ways that you can make sales. I think first you want to definitely look into your photography. Is there anything that you can do to make your photos stand out even more? Is there anything that you can do really to make your products as good, if not even a little bit better than the top selling product? So you don't obviously want to copy them. You want to kind of get ideas and inspiration from them, but you still want to stand out. So for example, a lot of people do white backgrounds. That doesn't mean that you have to do a white background. You could do a wooden background, some people do a marble background, and then they put props next to it. So there are a few things that you can do to make your photos stand out. Like I just said, for example, changing the background, adding some props, and even if you could put your product on a person. I think people love to see like real life people in products, so I think that will always be better than a flat lay of a product. Another way that you could stand out is kind of going the extra mile for your customers. So for example, you might want to leave them a handwritten note in their package. I personally do that myself, and I always just really appreciate when people do that for me as well. They don't really have to, and you know that has took time out of their day, and I just think it is a really personal way to be with your customers, and I think it will really make you stand out in their mind. I have actually had quite a few people comment on that as well, that they did really appreciate the handwritten note. So little things like a handwritten note, little things like really working on your packaging as well. I think people really appreciate if you spend a bit of time on your packaging. I think that's one of the perks of being a handmade and online business, is that you can actually do that for your customers. I think another way to go the extra mile with your customers is giving them a discount code. So I do that as well. In that handwritten note, I actually do include a discount code for 10% off the next purchase. I think also that that is a great way for you to get a good rapport with your customers, and that's also a great incentive for them to come back and purchase. So that's a win for you. You get a repeat customer, and it's a win for them because they get a bit off the price. Another great way for you to stand out above the rest is obviously working on your SEO, but more so having a great product description. So if you could think of every question that someone could possibly have for that product, then you want to answer it in your description. You will also want to give them more than what they asked for in the description. So the measurements of something is also really good, what the product is actually made out of, how you personally make the product. And another great thing that Etsy has recently introduced is a video feature. So using the video feature, that's also a great way to stand out. The video feature is only new. I don't believe a lot of people really are using that feature yet. So if you could use the video feature, that's another way to stand out. It's also another way for the customers to really get a feel for your product. It is an online product. They unfortunately can't touch it. They can't try it on. So if you could encapsulate all that in your video, I think it's just a great way to stand out above the rest. And also it shows that you have took the time to film that video. You do care about your product. It is a good product and it will sell. Getting positive reviews is also another great way to stand out. So for example, if there's a product which has 1 or even 2 reviews, then there's basically a really similar product that has 125 reviews. I think people are more inclined to go with that one just because of all of the positive reviews and also how many there are as well. They see that you've gone the extra mile, so they will take time out of their day to leave a review on your product. Another way to stand out on Etsy is delivering more than what you promised. So if, for example, you're doing bath bombs or something like that and you have a new product that's coming out, well, you might be able to send them a sample. So if they say order a pack of 3 bath bombs, you could also give them a little sample of a new product that's coming out or a new range that you're going to be testing. So definitely samples are a great way to stand out. I also think it's just really nice as well because it shows that you do appreciate your customers because they didn't pay for that, they weren't expecting it, and I just think it's a really nice way to brighten up somebody's day. Samples are also a great way to get people involved and invested in that product as well. So not only is it a nice gift to them and a nice little bonus, if they get invested and really like that product, then by the time you bring it out, you will already kind of almost have a guaranteed customer. Customer service is also a great way to stand out. So if people have questions and they inbox you, you want to spend as long as possible with them. You want to let them know that you do appreciate their message and their inquiry, and you want to give as much information to them as possible and to let them know that you are there for them. You also want to be unique in your product. I know this can be kind of tricky and hard to do because if you're selling a product, it is almost identical as someone else's, unfortunately. So if you can make it stand out, that would be great. So for example, maybe your business can stand out because you're really passionate about the environment. So you have home compostable satchels, you have tape that breaks down, and you're just really taking the time and the investment to really focus on that side of your business. And if someone else is also environmentally conscious, which hopefully they are in this day and age, you are going to be on the same wavelength and you are going to obviously want to invest in that company. Another good way to stand out in the online business world in general is to have a business Instagram or even a business Pinterest, and I do have a Pinterest video all about that, which I will link up here. I really would recommend to not neglect your business social media because it really is quite important. If you have a business Instagram, it's a great way to not only connect with your customers there, it is a great way to post new products, post products that are coming out. It's a great way to get your customers' opinions on what they want to potentially see in the future. And it's also a nice way to share your customer photos as well. So if your customers leave a review and post a picture, you could potentially post that on your Instagram. So if customers tag you on their Instagram, they obviously have a business to tag, which is really important because not only are you going to get a picture that you can repost on your page, it is also a great way for you to get potential new customers. If your business is tagged, then their friends can see where they got that product from, and then that could bring you new sales. And I think it's fun as well to see how they use your product in their day-to-day life. So just to wrap it up and sum it up, I know that was a lot to throw at you. A great few ways to stand out on Etsy is having a great product that you're proud of, really working on your photography and ways to stand out there. Obviously having good SEO, going the extra mile for customers is a great way to stand out. So things like discount codes, abandoned cart codes. You also want to maybe focus on your packaging and have home compostable and environmentally safe packaging and products. Sending out free products is also a great way to stand out, and having social medias and really focusing on a rapport with your customer is a great way to stand out as well. That's it. That's today's video on how you could stand out on Etsy. I really hope that you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what tips or tricks you are going to try to stand out on Etsy. Please do not feel put off by the fact that there are so many Etsy sellers and you feel like your product is the same as someone else's or might get lost in the sea of it. There is a chance for you to make sales. There is an opportunity for you to stand out and for you to be one of those people on Etsy that make those sales and that become a success. So please don't give up and you will make it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of thing. I put Etsy videos out every week and I would love to have you here. So I will see you next time. Have a lovely day and I really hope that you're doing well out there. Thank you for watching and bye.